Sweet.
Thought I heard something move.
Bullshit. Come on, fight! Hiding, me?
First mistake, last mistake.
Look out! I'm dying! Cover me. Still kicking? Jesus! Damn it! The shoulder wound! Wasted! Made a big mistake, rookie!
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can
Good. I'd like to avoid...
Well,
Sure.
That's all, sir.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear, I'm
Very
gonna guess you two are agents of the
Just
Institute.
like me. So, made it to the
Tell
top.
me, is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
Gabriel, you aren't who you think you are. You're a synth, and we're here to take you home.
Sin? What the hell are you talking about?
I remember my...
Explain that!
I know this is hard, but it's the truth. Your memories were altered. You are a...
Don't listen. Just shut the hell up. You got me?
I'm sorry, sir, but I have
You're here to die.
dead yet!
Well done. By your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents of just like me. So, made it to the top.
B592 and the...
You okay? Gabriel! I'm gonna tell you fucking showdown! I'll give you that.
Nice work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is X688, ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592. Your new quarter.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Excuse me.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Uh-huh. Gabriel and his...
While we can do nothing for Gabriel, but enough about that. I couldn't have hoped. While you were away, you'll find all... Go and have a look.
Scanning unknown identity. Records confirmed.
Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
Have you seen my notebook laying around?
No. Did you leave it somewhere else?
I can't remember. Oh well, I don't need it right now.
Such a smart idea.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me.
That's a loaded question.
Institute?
Sure.
The group that calls them... They know...
Uh-huh. They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. Usually. I'm afraid we've reached the point where we have learned that...
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's... We also don't want the...
Uh-huh. I'll act quickly.
You'll have a...
Here's the latest word on what's happening in the Commonwealth, folks. Not content with sitting quietly at the airport, the Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong, formerly occupied by some very unpleasant supermutants. Whether they plan to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer supermutants running around isn't a bad thing. Next up is Cole Porter with Anything Goes. Maybe not the best way to live your life, but you get the idea.
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up. Our target, the situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is... We move...
Yeah, we've got this.
Remember, the synths are the primary... Here are the recall codes. Follow me. SRB intelligence reports indicate that the synths are being held below the main structure in the sector.
may also have known. Stay away from them. I guess no one. You think that might mean the place overflowing? You'd be wrong. It's empty. Abandoned. Now, you could assume they got what they wanted and bolted. But given how creepy that place was, you can't help but wonder if something else happened.
Here they are.
God, it's a Corsair.
Oh no.
Issue the reset codes and we'll relay back to the Institute.
Okay with me.
Time is critical.
Just try to not tap your foot along to this one. I dare you. It's Uranium Rock by Warren Smith.
You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
B257. No sudden moves.
Please, no.
Y915, initiate. All right, Synth.
Please!
Z322, initiate reset. Authorization. I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
F633, initiate reset. Authorization code.
That's all of them. Objective complete. Return to the town. Make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to the Institute. Report to Father upon your return, and good work.
Operating at full capacity.
Area swing.
Who's there? What's that?
Hostile sensor reading.
Smashing! Smashing! Now I'm angry! Suffer! Suffer and bleed! This is no game, human! We win, you die! Only one of us survives this, and it won't be you!
Nice.
Hope you enjoyed that last number. The smooth sound of Diamond City Radio are brought to you by the following. Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. This is Travis Lonely Miles coming to you with Maybe by the Ink Spots.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. The only hope for humanity.
Uh-huh. It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I know that to you I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They kept me alive, too.
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should... I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let...
Yes. Certainly it was no longer an with the... perhaps most...
Uh-huh. Sean, you need to know.
I can see... the synths have been... I hope you weren't at too much risk.
There's always a risk.
I'm glad you...
Sure.
The railroad remains an annoyance, of course. But they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, please.
Uh-huh.
It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The directory, I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Yeah, nah, they're unreal, aren't they? They're a lot cheaper as well. Like I ordered a Domino's the day before I went on holiday. I think I spent like 50 quid. I just thought, what the fuck am I doing with my life here? Bro, I don't even know where I've got to go here. It's out of here.
Let's get this direct.
But I've legit just thought to him in another place, so I've had to come here.
It's important.
Speak to little rat again. Okay,
Son,
we still not
let's
kill you.
get this directorate.
Who's invited in? Hey up, sexy.
Well, it's important. Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important. Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, Excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
There's a whole lot of shaking going on, and when you're as big as Maybell is, there's a whole lot of shaking going on. Good news is something often in short supply in the Commonwealth, folks. So I'm happy to be able to deliver a little bit to you. If you were one of the folks worrying in hushed tones about the whereabouts of Diamond City's most effective detective, you can rest easy. Nick Valentine is back in town and seemingly none the worse for wear. While details about what happened to him are scarce, I for one
I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
And in one piece. And if there's any more good news to share, you'll hear it first here on Diamond City Radio. Louis Jordan
Of course, really. Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop, as it were. The project has been classified. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw minicum.
In this world,
it will.
Sounds like an important step.
That's the reactor is
Sir.
Yeah,
Right.
while I'm not.
Yeah.
This is not a matter for debate. Now, Doctor, I'm our best.
What?
Can't be serious.
I'm sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you. We can talk more later. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest to that end.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while
I
to
had no
learn
idea.
where everything is.
I know this
Hi
is...
there. Something I can help you with?
Well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the... There are...
I couldn't be more pleased with Father's choice for a new director. Congratulations.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our... We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not...
Sure.
You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire...
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands. I'm going...
Uh-huh. Sounds good. I'd appreciate the
Not as much as I'd... But here we... Not to put more... We don't want them getting... Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Dr. Fillmore.
So, what can I do?
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... well, it's important. Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... well, it's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course.
Really? Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop, as it were. The project has been classified for quite a long time. Power is... as I'm not talking about. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
In this world, I'm sure compromise...
Quite right. Phase...
Right.
It will ensure not just our survival.
Uh-huh. Sounds like an important step.
That's... the reactors. And to how...
Sir.
Yeah, while I'm not over...
Yes, but...
This is... Sure. Now, there is one more...
I don't know.
Dr. Holdren, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult. Our best.
What? Can't be
Please,
serious.
everyone, I am sorry.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing we can talk to the Institute to that end.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. There's no question. That's why I'd like you to take... there are...
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right. Recent events have... We're going to have to cut some corners. You're going to the mass...
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got...
Right. Sounds good. I'd appreciate that.
Not as much as
Sure.
but here. Not to put more... We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the...
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Synth unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my...
Discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want Supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is up.
Greetings, Knight. Just fixed a few power armor mods and gave them to Tegan. You might want to check them out.
Proctor Ingram, the Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass fusion.
A beryllium agitator? I seem to remember reading an old technical document on those once, but I only thought they were theoretical. It must be pretty darn important if they're sending you to find one. You know, if we... That's if...
It would be...
I knew you. Grab...
Sure.
This could be our best...
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
sign of the agitator. We'll have
Thanks
to search
to
the rest
Bob
of the
Crosby for that one.
building.
Folks, I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal than usual. As I'm
Going
sure
down.
Well, I haven't always been the best news job. Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends, I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it. All right, folks. That's enough sentiment from me for one day. Let's get it on back. Truly one of the greatest voices
Allie.
ever.
Let's hope the Brotherhood hasn't beaten us to the agitator.
Orange-colored sky.
It's an ambush!
Intruder alert! Back up! Keep your head down!
Please!
Feel fine. Blow the conduit! Now!
It's clever. Give them that.
Taking damage!
Yes. That ought to do it.
That should do it. Elevator ought to have power again.
The heck? What was that?
Not like this.
Live the brother. Not gonna make it.
Come here. End your cycle. Ha!
Come on, soldier, stay with me. Taking fire. For Elder Max.
Shoot to kill.
Target located. Taking damage. Taking fire. Get it. Remember honor and glory.
There's the reactor. Not a bad piece of work.
Sweet.
Powering up. Front deck drop. On duty.
There we go.
Hope you enjoyed that last number.
Surprise contact. Engaging.
commencing lawful use of deadly force.
Hope you enjoyed that last number. The Minutemen are making waves in the Commonwealth, folks. And that's good news for all of us. The latest word is that they've retaken the castle. No holdout of theirs from back in the day. From everything I've heard, it was no small feat to get that back under their control. There's some real monsters out there in the Commonwealth, folks. Now that they've set up shop, I'm told the Minutemen will be in a better position to help whoever in the Commonwealth might need them. That's good to hear, don't you think? There's no getting away from Ray Smith. Here's right behind you, baby.
Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back then.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back in those days. Levels are almost...
Nelson. Sling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
The thing we're looking for, the agitator. It should be on the top.
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
Alert! All units.
Possible stealth unit in the AO.
These guys just don't know when they're beaten, do they? I'll help the synth buy some time. Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator. Well, isn't this fun?
Sweep her out!
So you'll be the new director, huh? Father always did like to challenge our assumptions.
Dr. Fillmore.
I think that was enough excitement for, well, thank you. I'll make sure I understand. So, what can I do for...
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
that
Without access to bioscience,
I feel quite well.
I see. How's your energy level? Feeling fatigued? You're sticking to the regimen? And you've been getting extra rest?
Are there many more of these questions?
You wanted to see me?
I understand mass fusion was a success, despite interference from the Brotherhood of Steel.
We handled them just fine.
That's what Dr. Fillmore reported. I'm quite pleased at the results. The Brotherhood's future conflict with them. I'm proud, regardless. And look at me. I'm wasting time.
Whatever it is, I can take.
I certainly. This situation.
If I've done something to jeopardize the Institute.
I have no doubt that you will. But it's nothing. While you were assistant, apparently there was some. Doctor, I know you.
They'll listen to me.
Believe me.
All this
Sean,
advanced
This
technology
truly
and
is a...
Still can't cure the...
Huh?
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the backup. These instant. We don't know quite what we're up.
You've done good work.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place to make sure they can't. That makes sense, right?
Let's take them now.
All right. Hi, how are you?
Decided by Ella Fitzgerald.
Hostile sensor reading detected. Checking. Enemy
Hey folks, time for some time for addressing some rumors and anything else. I'm sure many of you have heard tales.
Hi, how are you?
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the backup. We don't know quite what we're up against, but it's good you...
You've done good work.
Thank you. So, how do you want to play? But then we realized that makes sense, right? So...
No one is going to do anything. Tell your men to stand down.
I don't... Are you kidding me? If we don't do something now, they're going to take that poor guy...
Right.
Are you going to order the attack or not?
I'm giving you an order, soldier.
Maybe you don't understand.
Sure.
Why are you so against this? You do know which...
You sure you're willing to risk being wrong about this?
I'm tired of risking things. If you're...
You just heard Undecided by Ella Fitzgerald. Here's the latest word on what's happening in the Commonwealth, folks. Not content with sitting quietly at the airport, the Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong, formerly occupied by some very unpleasant supermutants. Whether they plan to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer supermutants running around isn't a bad thing. Roy Brown heard about some good rockin' tonight, and he's out to make sure everybody knows.
Yes?
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the backup. These institutes.
Right.
We don't know quite...
I'm not sure you know what's going on here. This situation is...
Oh, I know exactly what's going on. Well, not some, but then we realized that makes sense, right?
Have your men hold their ground. I'll go in and assess the situation.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Sure.
We have to act now. Are you going to lead us?
This whole thing is just a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding. Can't wait to hear this. Explain to me how...
You don't have all the information.
You know what? Now Hello, sir.
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to worry we might not make it.
Everything's taken care of.
Good.
The Minutemen were only doing what they felt.
Well, from here it looked like... Can we just get on? I know he's...
If he's really important to the Institute.
I know that... Sure. But once, I think...
Right.
Let's just get...
No argument from me. Let's go.
Right. There's just... I was...
No problem. I'm sure I can get...
I hope so.
Broken. Useless. No use. Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
Please, try and relax.
No! I've heard all...
Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk...
Sure. Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk...
What can I say to convince you that we're not going to hurt you?
That you're leaving and never coming back...
Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk...
Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk...
Right. We're here to steal your kidneys and your memories. That's why I'm wasting time talking to you through the door.
That's not funny!
Just shut up and listen to me. We're not here to hurt you. But if you make this difficult, you're going to regret it.
See? I knew...
Okay, look. We're out of time here. Institute, this is Dr. Thompson. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a synth relayed to my coordinates offset by 5.3 to subdue our subject. I appreciate your help with the situation outside, but we have to get this man back to the Institute. I expect Father will want a report from you. I'm looking forward to working for you, future director.
Operating at full capacity.
Found you. Where are they?
Huh?
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise.
Uh-huh.
We don't know quite...
Uh-huh. You've done good work.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then that makes...
No one is going to do anything.
I don't... If we don't do something now,
Right.
Are you going to order the...
This whole thing is just...
A misunderstanding. Can't...
You sure you're willing to risk being wrong about this?
Look, I just want people to be safe. We won't start shooting.
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to worry we might not make it.
Everything's taken care of. You're
good.
Uh-huh. The Minutemen were only doing what...
Well, from here, can we... I know.
If he's really important to the Institute. Sure.
I know, but I think... Let's...
Uh-huh. No argument from me.
Right.
Uh-huh.
There's just...
No problem. I'm sure I can get him to...
I hope so.
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
Please, try and relax. I know this is an unusual situation.
No! You're here. I've heard all the story.
Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk...
Uh-huh. Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk...
Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk...
Uh-huh. Right. We're here to steal...
That's not...
Right. Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk...
Hey, just calm down, okay? I just want...
If I wanted to talk...
What can I say to convince you that we're...
That you're leaving.
Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk...
Just shut up and listen to me.
See?
Okay,
Jammed.
We're out of time here. Institute, this is Dr. Thompson. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a synth relayed to my coordinates offset by 5.3 to subdue our subject. I appreciate your help with the situation outside, but we have to get this man back to the Institute. I expect Father will want a report from you.
Greetings, sir.
You must be pretty excited being named the next director.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia are quite a handful.
Ah, there you are. I cannot express how pleased I am. Our new guest is familiarizing himself with his surroundings. Yet he's already pointed out several inefficiencies in our methods. With his help, Phase 3 will be ready in no time. And it's all thanks to you.
I'm proud to help the Institute.
It is time to announce our presence to the Commonwealth. To request that they do not interfere with our plans. You should be the one to do it.
That's a good idea. Hopefully we can prevent violence and save some lives.
Yes, that is one goal. And if you are to be the new director of the Institute, you should be the one to do it. We've prepared some remarks for you to record. Once you're finished, we'll broadcast them to the entire Commonwealth. Use the microphone here and follow the script. It's quite simple. I'm sure you'll do fine, Father. If you could, please finish up the speech. We'll need the final recording before we go too much further. If you could, please finish up the speech. We'll need the final recording before we go too much further.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists. That we are among you. It is true. But it is not the whole truth. We're here. And we are. The future. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, ensuring that we have no daily lives. We simply... To do so would result in... unnecessary difficulties for all parties. Rest easy. In safe hands. And that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Well, that was... interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended, but it will certainly... Now it's time. How would you feel about...
I could use some fresh air.
A quaint trade. The radio station.
Right.
If we'd like the people. Before... I've been issued. Report.
Son.
Once your work has been done...
And that, bless her heart, was
Diamond City.
Non-stop music and all the latest news. This is Diamond City Radio. Here's Uranium Fever by Elton Britt. Let's catch it.
We got small arms, long arms, ammunition.
Swatter, swatter. Who needs a swatter?
Oh, hey. How are you? Things with Scarlet didn't really,
Let's try this.
work out.
Maybe this goes here? Alright. In you go.
I haven't forgotten what you've done for me. You think the radio sounds better these days? I'm not getting nearly as many complaints.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go.
Good. I'll let... This, my friends, is the moment we've all...
all work towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My father and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish. And we look forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you.
Sean.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look what you've made possible. This really is a matter of importance. I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
I did good work, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did. There's more work to be done before the Institute's future is guaranteed. The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to attend. You?
All this advanced technology, still. Take good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me.
So you'll be the new director, huh? Father always did like to challenge our assumptions.
It's great
May
to
I be
have
the
you
first
here.
to welcome you, sir. We're looking forward to working with you.
I'm happy to be here, Dr. Fillmore. I hope I do the position justice.
I'm sure you will.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're
To bring you up to speed, with the reactor now online?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure the reactor will improve everyone's life.
Yes. The Directorate has agreed.
Let's not beat around.
As the incoming director, so, where do you stand?
I agree. We hit them hard.
Good.
As director, we'd like your...
Synths are the Institute's greatest strength.
Well said. Thank you very much. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak.
At last, we have power adequate to our needs.
They've recently been seen cleaning up Port Strong, formerly occupied by some very unpleasant civilians. Whether they planned to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer super mutants running around isn't a bad thing. This one is Danny Kaye, singing about civilization.
I assure you I'm being productive.
Ah, there you are. You've met with the director. It was difficult.
It's the only way we can ensure the...
I'm glad. You know, the depth, the question.
I can't lie. They are.
Well, I won't...
Right.
But these...
They're determined, and they won't stop.
I'm sure. I'm a...
Get out of here. Shit! Still here? I lost him.
We got company! They're all over me!
Time.
From what I hear, that rogue synth Libertalia is a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
And so, the work is done. I am sorry. I know it was likely difficult for you.
It was tough.
I assure you that there was no... There is obviously one final threat.
Whatever it is.
I believe the brother...
Right.
They will eventually come. We need...
You're right. We take...
I'm glad. But the...
Not necessarily.
That is precise. We will teach... They...
You seem pretty
Sure. Dr. Lee... Time.
I knew Dr. Higgs was dissatisfied, but I didn't think he would go this far. Holding our food supply hostage? Higgs and Logan were delusional.
You've done well so far, but the evaluation is far from over.
Dr. Lee.
What can I do for you?
Sean says it's time.
Ah. That. Well, let's get to it. Dr. Orman, over here, please. It's time.
What now? I'm still working over the code that the robotics sent over. The algorithm is a mess. It's not even close to peak efficiency.
It would seem we've run out of time. Let's go. We're going to cover the basics of the operation as it stands now. Dr. Orman has done most of the prep work, so I'll let him...
Okay, thanks. Is this... So, you know that...
I'm aware of that, yes.
Okay, good. If they were... But they're...
So we just relay onto the airship and
Won't do it. So the immediate area, we can...
We'll have the element of surprise, if nothing else.
Exactly. You'll have surprise for every... And...
Oh, thanks. Grenades. Sure.
No. This thing. Wherever they land. We've only got a few of these. So put them to good use. Don't go tossing them into the bay.
You just heard Bob Crosby. Here on
Okay, that's pretty...
I know, right? I mean... Thanks. Your real job...
It's the Brotherhood.
Right. We've taken Anne. The little...
With Liberty Prime on our side.
He's not... So... Oh, and...
If you have any...
What have I got for backup?
Once the generators...
What have I got for backup?
Once the generators...
No questions.
Very well.
Dr. Lee might not show
Dr. Lee.
But I can tell she's...
Pretty terrible.
Excited about having a reactor on
you, my friend. I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it.
We've got more energy than we need now.
All right.
Higgs and Logan have officially lost their minds. They'll be lucky not to be exiled.
Let's get it on back to the music, shall we? How about some Billie Holiday, folks? This here is crazy, he calls me. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller.